All right, so quick story. I had a customer one time tell me I need to raise my prices. Now, it's not often that you have a customer approach you about your pricing and say, you're too cheap, you do too good of work, you should raise your price. But she taught me a really good lesson. Now, she's a very business savvy woman, and I really took her advice to heart, and I've changed how I not only estimate, but how I price out all my projects. She told me as a business owner, I should be shooting to make $50 an hour, which in a perfect world, that's what I do try and do. I know some people think that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, and that's a great starting spot for an hourly wage. Now, she told me if I want to make $50 an hour, that I should be shooting to make $75 to $100 an hour. And I was like, whoa, that's a lot of money. Now, this is where the importance of marking up your estimates comes in. Now, people who are, your customers hear markup and they just assume you are lining your pockets with free money, charging more for no reason. But here's why markup's important. Markup as a business owner is what covers your overhead. So if you aim to make $50 an hour on a project, and that's what you bid it for, and you should be shooting to make that $75 to $100 an hour, that's not so you can necessarily make more money to line your pockets with. It's because that's what pays your overhead. So that's what covers your gas to the job. That's what covers the insurance on the vehicle. That's what covers your general business liability that every good business owner should have. It also covers any estimating software, any rent, any storage rent you have. Where do I keep my supplies? How do I get new supplies? These are the things that the markup is for. Markup isn't necessarily just to get rich. It's to pay the business. So you almost have to look at it as getting paid twice. You have to pay yourself as the employee, but you also need to treat the business as the business making money. So you should look at it as me as an individual. If I take on a project myself and I need to make $50 an hour to cover my living wage, I also have to make sure that the business is getting paid, because otherwise neither of us have money. And if I'm stealing money from the business to cover my lifestyle and what I need to get by as far as food and whatever else my costs are, well, then the business has no money. When the business has no money, well, no one has money. So that's where markup comes into factor, and that's why it's so important. So as a customer, when you hear someone talk about markup, don't necessarily jump to the conclusion that this is them robbing you of extra money. This is how we keep the lights on in the business. As a contractor, you have to view markup as super important, because that's what pays the business. And without that, you're going to be out of business.